Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to go through to you. I guess sometimes we have to slow down in order for us to go fast. So what it means is this. Every week or every fortnight, we get paid from our wage. And there tend to be a certain portion of that goes towards our investment account. Sometimes I can actually figure it out how much it will be in order for us to invest. But some days where we don't know. We just moved into Brisbane, a new city. So our income and expenses, our income is the same, but our expenses still fluctuating as we're still learning, living here. Um, it's only been a few months or so. So we still have the unexpected bills, let's say, or unexpected expenditure that we thought we covered everything, but we haven't. Because of that, my investment fund, the fund that we're supposed to be investing, it fluctuates week in, week out. And that's a normal thing if you're going through those stages of your life. Like previously, I can assure you that I'm going to have this amount every week because we've already done everything that needs to be covered. However, since we knew, we haven't figured out our balance, let's say. So I'll give you an example would be last week. And on top of that, we haven't figured out the frequency of it because everything in here, we're trying to adjust it so that way it's sort of running slightly smoother compared to when we were in Sydney. And that's just a certain time of, I guess, a certain period of our life in order for us to be able to automate this. After experiencing having Raise, Spaceship, Vanguard, ComSec Pocket, 5 different platforms, I think we decided we're only going to narrow it down to just 1 to 2 platforms. And at the moment, I'm still tossing between Vanguard or ComSec, purely because of the brand and image in terms of their platform. Now, if we were to liquidate our asset and then just transfer everything in one account doesn't have a certain product, let's say, a certain product or services compared to the other. Due to that, we won't be able to maximize our diversification. So, I was looking at our kids' account. I was rather impressed. Oh yeah, that's the other one. We're using also Self Wealth for our kids' account. Now, looking at all of these different platforms, realizing in our kids' account this week, their earning is quite high, and it actually written in there, I guess, based on Australian Stock Exchange versus our portfolio, we're actually beating the market. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting, based on the two, I guess, the ETF that we're actually using. So there's going to be seasons of our lives where we sort of still learning how it's all working out. There's a lot of airplanes today. Working out our, I guess, routine. I guess that's part of, part of your budgeting in terms of how to get to be where financially, I guess, how to be good with your money. And because everything in here is kind of new, we're kind of still learning what do we need to do in this house, what type of repair. There's realizing also that owning a house, there's always non-stop repairs. After one, we need to do this, we need to do that. For example, I really just realized that one of our fly screen in our balcony door, not balcony door, our I guess patio is not there, but there's this groove in there. And like, I think they used to have a fly screen in here. So that's going to cost us money. And then we probably have to fix up whatever down there in the back beyond this, I guess, bush, because at the moment it's very unusable space. We also have to thinking of changing the retaining wall because the retaining wall, they all start to get rotten. Well, after past years or so. It's bound to happen, so we're gonna fix that as well. So there's always all of these little bits and pieces, um, maintenance, admin, and upkeep also. Because of that, our income is going to fluctuate. We have to put more money on, I guess, the repairs. Because, and if we do that, I mean, we're going to invest less. So we try to balance it out or so. And then the other occasion, for example, last week, I forgot to put money in our account or so, and that would mean also I lose out a couple of days on actually investing on a certain product. Um, but the consistency is the key, I guess. We used to do $5 a day, or $10 a day, or $50 a week, or something, and then whatever leftover fund, if I have more, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to just transfer it out. I think that's what I'm going to start doing soon. Instead of just having that big lump sum in one hit, maybe even half of that, I'm going to do an auto transfer. So at least I know, hey, it's already been auto transferred. Here's the leftover. So based on that leftover, I have the choice of what to do with this. Either invest the whole entire spare cash, or divert that into maybe fixing up the house or so. So yeah, it's, I guess that's normal, because well, that's what I'm experiencing anyway. Yeah. Sometimes you forget, sometimes life gets in the way, sometimes there's a lot of event, and sometimes you just want to splurge and spend more on your personal life instead of just going invested on on your futures yourself. That's normal. That's normal, cycle, let's say, because sometimes when we're saving so much and we're not spending anything on today, sometimes you just need to splurge. Um, and I find it's actually a good thing in a sense, because when we splurge, we don't splurge blowing up all the way to you using your credit card. We just maybe $100 on family, maybe going out for lunch or something. That's it. That's my splurge. Or maybe buy yourself something special or whatever that is, at a certain dollar figure. We kept, like, we sort of have a benchmark how much we're actually going to spend. We don't go beyond that, and we don't use credit card or any credits at all when we do our splurge purchases. At the opposite end of the spectrum as well, we're kind of blessed that we're able to manage our budgeting or our income and our expenses to a certain level, so that way we don't go beyond our means. We don't go beyond on how much money we're earning. um, because that was one thing that I learned at a young age, that if you earn a certain threshold, but if you spend more than your threshold of income, you are not going to be able to go, I guess, able to afford retirement, or able to afford to go on vacation. Um, you probably can, because you're using that credit, or your credit card or so, to go to those vacation or do those experiences. But I found that I can sleep a lot better knowing that I don't have any debt, because I guess if you're a fan of Dave Ramsey, your one biggest asset, or uh, one biggest wealth building tools is your income, and figuring out your budgeting. And so that's somewhat true, because for us, if we don't budget every week, if we don't look at our expenditure at least in a monthly basis, just a normal simple Excel spreadsheet, just figuring out how much income and how much is expenses, and what did we did right, what did we do wrong, what is the big purchases that we're doing in the past month, or did we cover that based on our, I guess, our, was it a reserve of fund. Just having an overview of that once a month is actually helpful. And also, we track down on our progress, I guess, our progress in terms of how much money do we have at the current stage? Has it been growing? If it's grown, by how much? If it's not growing, by how much? If we lose money, by how much? That's just a benchmark, and just looking at as a whole, including our super, our investment, and all that jazz in one maybe it would take us about 5 minutes or so, 5 or 10 minutes, a monthly basis. But in the beginning, it's kind of hard. And now looking at our current situation, and I do want it to get there as quickly as possible, or as fast as we can. But in order for us to do that, we need to focus on our income, our expenses, make sure it doesn't go beyond, and we need to invest regularly. So there's a lot of, I guess, ins and out of this. So that's just my 2 cents, guys. Hopefully this gives you an idea. It is normal, if you're going through a certain season of your life where it's going to be out of whack, not in a routine. We haven't been in this house for a year yet, so everything's kind of new. We haven't figured out what is a big expense, which one do we need to budget for, and which one is we can do fix up now. And yeah, until you figure out your routine, it's bound to be fluctuating as what we experience. That's just my 2 cents and my journey. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys in the next video.